The learning Zili Nishmas Etta by Yaakov Maseches Kerisus Perik Beis Mishnah Aleph Arba Mechusure Kippurim VaArba Mivian Al Zadain Shgaga. So this Mishnah will be Mechisure Kapara, and the next Mishnah will speak about Zadain Kishgaga. Elohein Mechisure Kippurim. There are 4 people that until they bring their carbon, they're not allowed to eat kachim. Kapara means achilas kachim, and not specifically that they did an avera. That's what Rashi points out. Who are they? A zav. A zav is someone that has a rias zav, as opposed to rias keri. It means two times you're mechuyev to bring a carbon. Zava is she has a rias nida bimei ziva. Those 11 days, 3 times she's mechuyev to bring a carbon. Until she brings the carbon, she can't eat kachim. Yeledes, like we spoke about in the last perek, and a mitzayra also is not allowed to eat kachim until he brings his carbon. Rabbi Eliezer ben Yaakov Omer ger mechesur kapara ad sheyizer kalov adam. A ger also has to bring a carbon, and until he brings the carbon, he cannot eat kach. The Gemara says, "V'tanakama my time oloitoni ger." How come the Tanakama didn't say ger? So the Gemara answers, "Ki katani midim the mishri lemeichel bekachim," because we are counting things that the carbon is allowing you to eat kachim. Ger ki kamaisi carbon lachshure nafshe lemeil bekal. The ger, when he brings his carbon, it's allowing him to marry Bikal. The Hainu, Rashi learns that besides the fact that it's allowing you to eat kachim, it's also allowing you to eat, to marry into Klal Yisrael. And this is Mevur from the Gemara a few lines later that says, Tanu Rabbanan ger ma'ukiv lecho bekachim ad sheyavi kinoi, that a ger is not allowed to eat kachim until he brings his kan, and Rashi over there speaks out, even according to the Tanakama, the Mishnah, that argues in Rabbi Eliezer ben Yaakov. The reason why he didn't count ger is because it's not considered a mechesure kapara, because the carbon is not only allowing you to eat kachim, it's also allowing you to marry bikal. So it turns out a ger needs 3 things. A ger needs mila, which the Gemara learns out from Klal Yisrael had mila, or from a different place. The ger also needs tvila, which is learned out from the fact this past week's parsha Mishpatim, it said Vayishach esnar b'nei Yisrael, and he did zrika on them, and we say ein hazah b'loi tvila. So if he did hazah, he for sure need tvila. And lastly, that same pasuk says Vayishach esnar b'nei Yisrael, that the vayalo elus uzvachim, that they brought karbana, so a ger needs to bring a carbon. So the Gemara asks a question that. And we're saying that even the Rabbanan are asking to this. So the Gemara asks, "Elamayata ha'idna." Now at Bisman Hazeh, the leka carbon, we have no Beis Hamikdash, no nekabel gerim. We shouldn't be mekabel gerim. The Gemara learns out, but because the pasuk says l'doirei seichem, that even Bisman there's no Beis Hamikdash, we could still be mekabel gerim, even though they can't bring a carbon. The Gemara further has its sad machlekes whether they have to be mafresh Bisman Hazeh for their carbon sheibon and Beis Hamikdash. Gemara says they're mevatel that mimnei takala. So it comes out that Bisman Hazeh, the only reason that you're able to become a ger without bringing the carbon. Now that's the way Rashi learns the Gemara. The Rambam and Pirush Mishnayos learns, and the Rav goes with that also, that the Tanakama argues and holds that even Bisman Shebeis Hamikdash Kayim, a ger was mutter to eat kachim before he brings his carbon. But again, the Gemara, the end of the Gemara that we spoke out is mashma not like that. Another interesting question that the Achronim asked, that if the makar of bringing a carbon is from the parsha of Moshe Rabbeinu, Vayishach esnar b'nei Yisrael, that they brought oilus uzvachin, over there, the dam didn't go on the mizbeach. It wasn't hartzos damim on the mizbeach. It was on the people, on the So how come, Achronim asked, how come we don't learn out that a ger should need hazah, just like it should be on the ger itself? And that's for sure that over here it just means that he has to bring his carbon. Hartzos dam al mizbeach. The Mishnah ends off, the Nazir, a Nazir also needs to bring his carbon, not to allow him to eat kachim, but liyenoi, taglachtai, v'tumasai, in order to allow him to drink wine after his Yimei Naziris, and to take a haircut, and to become tamei, meis, without being over allowed. Mishnah Beis is the second part, is Elu Mevi'in ala Zodin Kishkaga. Normally a carbon is dafka b'shogeg, but the following 4 karbanas are even b'mezid. Haba la shivcha. The Gemara learns all these things out of psukim. Nazir shenitma, if a nazir becomes tamei, is even b'mezid. Al shvuas ha'edis, is the Gemara learns out because it doesn't say Benelam, so it's even Mezeh Bal Shuas HaPikadin, and the long Taisis Yantif of what the Makar of Shuas HaPikadin is. Our Gemara has one thing, and he brings a Rashi someplace else in Shavuos that says a different thing, but these are the 4 karbanas that even B'mezid you would bring the carbon.